Would you like to add an additional 6 figures to your bank account by the end of this year, regardless of what month it is? And here's the reality. I don't want to say that it's easy because it's not, but it's really, really simple. And one of the biggest reasons that's keeping anybody, when I say anybody, I mean anybody. Typically, I don't use universals, but the one thing that's keeping anybody from making an additional 6 figures or their first 6 figures is the perception that they have about selling. Because selling is really keeping you from making the kind of money that you want. Because selling is actually keeping you from serving. Because when you really believe in something, when you really have a conviction about something, you're passionate about it, and you know that it works, it's not even selling at that point. It's just you transferring your energy to somebody else about something that you 100% believe in, and they hold on to your energy and say, I gotta have whatever that they're selling, even if they don't call it that. Because when you think about this, if you knew the absolute cure for cancer and the family member that you actually love the most, you guys spend time around each other, they enjoy you, you enjoy them, and they had cancer, you would do everything in your power to convince them to do this 3-step process, if you will, that you knew 100% that it worked. And it's not about you trying to sell something to get something from them, but it's you trying to get them to save their own lives, and you would do everything that you can to convince them of that. And it's like if they didn't do it, you would almost be pissed off because you know that what's on the other side. And the same thing holds true. It's like when you really believe in some kind of service or some kind of product or something of that nature, and you 100% have a conviction about that, you want to convince anybody that you possibly can to take advantage of it because you know how it's going to help them. And the thing that people really don't understand is that when you have something that you know is going to help somebody, the reality is this: if you're not trying to sell them, you're selfish because you're only thinking about you. And you're only thinking about you from the perspective of what they're going to think about you from a make money perspective. But if your whole focus is all about making money, obviously there's going to be some hangups around that because you're more focused on money than you are about helping people. And see, the thing is this: when it comes to selling, and it doesn't matter who you are, when it comes to selling, we're all selling at some point, even if you don't have a service or a product. When you are dating somebody, you're selling them. If you're a parent, you're selling your kids. Your doctors are selling you on health and things like that. So we're all selling, but they're selling at different levels, and there's different perceptions that we have of selling. But selling is really a transference of energy. It's a transference of conviction. And it's like when you have a strong conviction about something, you would do everything in your power to convince somebody to take advantage of it because you know the benefit on the other side and you really want to help them. So really, when it comes to helping people, if it's something for them to purchase or something for them to do, you can't help them if you're not selling them. And so I want you to have a different perception of when it comes to selling, because really selling will open up any dream, any hope, any desire, anything that you want. It's on the other side of selling. And I know people talk about everything you want is on the other side of fear, but a lot of people fear things that are associated with selling. And one thing that is associated with selling is perception. And one thing that's associated with perception is speaking. People talk about, public speaking being the number one fear that people have. And, and they're this, I don't know if it's a joke or saying or whatever, but they talk about, like, when you go to a funeral, most people in the room would rather be in the casket than the one that's actually giving them the eulogy. And the reality is this: people don't really fear speaking in public. People fear saying the wrong thing when they do speak. And that's why when it comes to speaking, like, it is the number one skill on the internet. And it's been the number one skill even before the internet came about. But right now, people are making tons of money because of the skill set of speaking. But I just want to encourage you that when it comes to making money, when it comes to really helping people, selling is an incredible skill that is vital for you to have in order to really help those people. Because here's the thing: if you have a business and you really know that your business can help people, if you have a service and you really know your service can help people, you have a moral obligation to help as many people as you can with whatever you sell or you serve with. And the only way to do that is a transference of energy and effective communication. And so I just want you to truly understand the importance of communicating and understanding that, listen, if you want to make an additional 6 figures or your first 6 figures, having gone into your bank account, you know, by the end of this year, regardless to what month you're seeing this video, I want to encourage you to have a different perception of selling, because selling really comes down to service. And when you really want to serve people, you want to help people, you don't even think about you. You don't even think about money. You don't even think about what people are going to think about you. You're just thinking about helping other people. And the same example that I gave earlier about cancer, you know, if you know something's going to save somebody's life, you don't care what people think about you, because you're not the one with cancer, they are, or somebody else that they love. And so you're just focused on giving them the information and getting them to take action on what it is that you actually see, because you know how they're going to benefit from it. So again, I just want to leave you with, when it comes to making any amount of money or really getting anything that you want in this particular life, selling is very critical for you to do that, because selling is about service and not about self. And whenever you focus on self, that's when you have resistance towards selling. And so again, focus on serving, and everything else will take advantage and take care of itself, and you will make as much money as you actually want to, because everything that you want is on the other side of selling.